Oh, hello, good evening. It's Sandy here, as you can probably see, I hope. Uh, Nice to talk to you. Um, I just haven't done a vlog for a while, and I thought I'd just catch up a little bit this evening, so to speak. I'm talking with my mouth guard in my mouth, which is a bit silly of me. I wear it as a result of the fact that if I don't, I do have, I think, a tendency to grind my teeth in my sleep, and therefore it wears and tears at some of my inside teeth, inside teeth, um, and therefore is not good for my teeth. So I have to wear this for the sake of I don't want to lose any teeth or have to have any expensive work done on my teeth. Um, are you all right, Oreo? Just checking on the cat. Excuse me, please. Right, so I just thought I'd say that today I did some artwork in my flat because I had a quietish day. And I'll show you, if I may, the result of my art. There we are. It was a picture that pictures that I've coloured in. However, I've made it into my own, so to speak. And I need to still just touch it up a touch, so to speak, um, to absolutely get it how shall like it to be. But it's nearly completed, and I hope that you like it as much as I do, because I'm quite proud of myself. Um, I also thought I'd show you a book which I purchased online called My Siddur. It's a Jewish prayer book, and I have a friend who recommended this book to me, showing, first of all, going back a bit, the arty side to me, and now showing you a serious side to me, whereby I so wish to pray occasionally in my Jewish faith manner. And I'm by no means planning to be strong practicing Jewish or religious, whichever way you like to put it. However, I so wish to observe a little bit as an experiment to see if I shall be happy to continue. I'm not a strong believer, so that's unlikely to happen. However, I don't see no harm in the occasional prayer. I'm not sure if I've done a vlog showing you a book of this book. I may have done, and if I do, then it's just so sandy for me to forget. So, anyway, it's a nice new combination with the artwork. So that's my excuse. That's the manner which I get away with that one, or as one might say, this one. I wanted to have a little heart to heart with the screen, between screen and me. At the moment, I'm finding life tough. It's about 7 months since my late father passed away. And I just find it so very, very tough. I'm trying to look beyond that point. And then suddenly I get very sad again. And I try to fight that emotion. And for a while it works. Works as in I stop myself from letting the emotion take over. And then that for a while works out. I'm not sad for a while, and then again I start with my sadness. So I just need to accept that it's a process that I'm going through, and it's still quite raw. It's not a long time ago yet, not in my opinion. I also feel quite isolated from life presently. Partially it's a personal choice as a result of the fact that I'm discovering that I'm enjoying my own company a lot more these days. And also because I'm having to stay in for a while every now and then as a result of the fact that my left hip gets so hurts, becomes so painful. I think it might be osteoarthritis, in which cases there ain't much I can do, if anything. So I go out, for example, for the day, and then the following day I try to stay in all day. And then the next day, maybe I go out for a little while, and the day after, again, I rest it, maybe even for the whole day, apart from getting up, etc., in my flat. And sometimes that can be very restricting, because I may want to go out and do a little bit of shopping or visit a friend, which I'm not sure if one's allowed to do that right now, so okay, let's cut out that. I change that. Visit a friend or go shopping or whatever one's allowed to do. And as a result of COVID. And I just find that I'm beginning to start to need to use my crutches when I go out. And I'm very proud, I'm not embarrassed. However, it can, again, be quite restricting. And I've spoken to the doctor, and the doctor says that, I think the doctor said it might be osteoarthritis, because I have had my hips x-rayed since the operations, and everything has been fine at the point of finding the results. So all I can say is that probably the doctor, if the doctor said this, is correct, that it's osteoarthritis. There's a lot of positives taking place in my life at the present time. First of all, I'm dieting successfully right now. Secondly, I am spending less money. And last but by no means least, I'm keeping up with hobbies which do not involve spending extra money. So, as my mother often has said, well, in my opinion of often, Rome wasn't built in a day. So, I can hear the cat. Are you Oreo? Sorry. Oreo. Hello. Are you okay? I'm just communicating with Pussycat. Oh, gosh. Oreo! I don't think you... Oreo! I don't think the cat knows whether to stay or go. As long as you're happy, baby. And what I am going to do later is use Oreo's new item for me to communicate with Oreo together, Oreo and me, and that's this. And so I understand I can use it to communicate with a cat. I don't understand it very well, however, I have another one also. Oh, it's nice, it's a louder one. However, with the first one I showed you, I think it has instructions, if I'm not mistaken. So that might be quite helpful too. I'm not sure if the instructions are here. No, I don't think so, but it doesn't seem to be anything in the British language here. Oh, yes, there is. No, I don't know. Whatever, anyway. I'll keep it for now. So I thought I'd just try to check the response I may receive from the cat by using those items, or each item. I'd love if you know what exactly it's all for and what it can do to help the cat and the cat. If you could comment below, please, it would be very much appreciated. Just to see, just in case you know, commenting below would be lovely. Thank you. And I think that it might start to show soon that I'm losing a little bit of weight. I'm jumping from one subject to the next. The only excuse I have is that I'm not thinking it through completely. I'm just kind of improvising, as one says. I haven't planned exactly what I'm going to bring up on this vlog. I just thought I'd chat a bit because I feel somewhat as if I've missed you, and it'd be nice to catch up, as I said. So I've been watching a documentary on subject of Little Orphan Annie, and I've been watching a DVD, and I think it's an American DVD because I have a American DVD player in my bedroom, and I bought this DVD from Amazon, and it's called After Tomorrow or something to that effect. Yes, something to that effect, by Julie Stevens, I think's the name. And the documentary shows, Life After Tomorrow, I think the name is. And this documentary shows real life ladies who played in the show at Little Orphan Annie, either as playing Annie or an orphan, or both. And it's very interesting because each lady goes into the psychology of, I think the word's transition, the transition between playing as Annie or an orphan in the show Annie, and then at the age of about 10 being a bit too tall to continue to play that part or those parts, and then asked to leave the show. And I found it very, very interesting, because more than one lady said that at that point there was necessity for a therapy to help each child cope with the anticlimax. And all that time during my childhood, I felt so jealous of each youngster in that show. And now, as a 53-year-old, I realise that there ain't such thing as a perfect life. And it just seems to be complications all along with people. And I think that's just, I know it's just life. And I ain't alone. And that, although it comforts me on a selfish level, because I'm thinking of myself, I don't wish suffering for people external to myself. I often feel very sad when I can see people suffering. And sometimes if I'm watching a video on YouTube, perhaps, on subject of animals that have been mistreated, I sometimes have felt almost to a point of depressed from that vlog. And I try for that reason to stop myself from watching those vlogs. They're all over YouTube, and I just say to myself, Sandy, please don't watch it, because then afterwards I'm sometimes even depressed from the vlog. The one point I wish to make is one needs to make oneself upbeat, and have attitude is really everything, and one needs to have a correct attitude. It does pay. One needs to say to oneself that I only have myself to, I think one says, account for. And therefore, I'm going to make it work for myself, because nobody else is going to do it for me. And by having that positive attitude, I shall thrive, and that's showing regard for oneself. And I notice now that I'm dieting and I'm spending less money, and because I'm doing each of those subjects correctly now, I'm loving myself more. Yes, I have my sad moments. Just a moment, the cat wants me for something. Hold on, please. Okay, Oreo? You see, any old fool can be a miserable sod, and I'm not suggesting that one isn't to be unhappy. Please don't misunderstand the context of what I'm saying. But it takes a lot of strength and a lot of oomph within oneself to say, I'm going to get out of this cycle, and I'm going to try to do something to change the way I feel. I do have that power. And slowly and gradually, one sees results. One starts to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not saying that I'm going to be God's gift to music, let's say, for example. But I can sing a song and enjoy it. And that's what I'm trying to say. There's by no means am I diminishing, I think's the word, anybody who's suffering. I mean, I'm suffering. I miss my late father. I'm grieving, and I'm grieving quite deeply. However, there's only so much that I'm going to grieve, because life moves on and life goes on, and speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? I mean, I suffer with morning depression. However, there is something I can do about it, and I've started doing so. I get up earlier. I get up sometimes about 5 o'clock in the morning to do my chores. And I find it helps me, because by 7 o'clock I'm finished and I'm able to relax around the flat. I even sometimes close my eyes for another half an hour. Or I do my compress, where I need to close my eyes anyway. And that I do for around half an hour sometimes. So, perfection. And I'm still rather rigid at my chores at that point. However, of course, the earlier one gets up, the closer one is to completing everything, so-called everything. Yes, Oreo! And of course, once I finish my chores, or my main chores, I watch television, or I have fun with Oreo, grooming Oreo and meowing. Meowing, gosh, that was a Freudian slip. I didn't know I meowed. Good gracious me, what a Freudian slip. Probably because Oreo is playing around right now. So, yes, darling. So, and then I like, for example, this morning I started watching Netflix almost as soon as I got out of bed, about 2 minutes after. And I was watching a film on a young gentleman who was I think, Russian chap, who was at the Royal Ballet School in London, and is, so to speak, compared with Rudolf Nureyev, and I was intrigued by that film. It's the second time I've watched it, and I wouldn't mind watching it a third time. Cats are funny. So, well, I am rattling on, aren't I? Going on to positivity and attitude, I've also changed my clothes style a little bit sometimes. Not tonight, but I'll show you, if I may, some of my outfits. Bear with me, please. Okay, you might have seen some of them, or if not all of them, but for the people who haven't seen them, mainly, I'll just show you, if I may. First of all, there's this dress, which I think gives me more of a sort of, pardon my expression, a more sort of sophisticated, perhaps, appearance. Then I have these, which aren't new. I don't know if I've shown them before, but just baggy trousers. However, I think, again, gives me a bit more, I think, regard than in the past. And I have this with the dress and cap. Again, kind of darky colouring. And one more. No, two more. There's this one here, which again is quite, in my opinion, sophisticated. And last but by no means least, this one, which I absolutely regard as sophisticated. And just to say, I don't mean sophisticated in a snobby manner. I'm just saying that I'm older now, and sometimes pink and purple and pastel blue and all that is fine. And other times the black and the white is fine also. That's all I'm saying before I receive comments on what a snob you are, which I'm not. Well, certainly not when it comes to clothes anyway. One wears what one likes, and each to one's own. Sometimes when if someone's not being correct in behaviour, then I might feel snobby in response to that person's behaviour. However, not because of somebody else's clothes or my clothes or somebody else's money or my money or somebody else's ability to do mathematics or my ability or non-ability to do mathematics, and so on and so forth. It's only behaviour that shall be a trigger, if you like, to provoke me to feel snobby towards that person's behaviour. So, I've been at this for 26 minutes and 54 seconds, and my cat seems to want my attention. He can't seem to see. It's when I'm busy that he starts to play and wants to play with me. It provokes me to think of a child. You know, when the mummy's on the telephone, and little girls or little boys, mummy, 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 mummy. That's what it reminds me of. So take care, please, and please look after yourselves and each other and one another. And I hope that you're enjoying the vlog and have enjoyed the content. I have rattled on quite a bit this time, but it's been a while and I've not done a proper vlog for a little while. So it's lovely to have given you some feedback, and please give me some feedback back. And I have lost a couple of subscribers, which I'm sorry, and hopefully I can regain a couple from this vlog. If you like my content, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you again. Lots of love. Bye-bye.